time. So either way, if you like the monkey, it's monkey time, part 2.
And Noku getting hit immediately. That was actually really cute. The up tilt to grab wasn't as big of a combo as I think Noku was hoping for, but yeah, this is now we're starting to see this is Dill. This is what he does. He just grabs you and just gets consistent damage. His neutral is so good. But if Noku can abuse those little mistakes, the panic rolls, those throwing out buttons once he gets hit, there are tools, there are ways to make this happen.
He just got thrown in and around by Dill. Noku's got to slow down Dill's play if he's going to end up trying to take this out on top. And I feel like that's one of the issues that we've seen with Noku earlier, but also something that Dill had struggled with fighting against AAA was the control of momentum in a battle. Like, when it's set up to be fast, it's difficult for him to slow it down. Not just because of himself, but also while managing how his opponent is responding. And, you know, vice versa, if he wants to try and pick up the pace, his opponent making that more difficult for him. I feel like if he takes more of the control aspect of what Diddy Kong brings to the table, he could really shut this down. I forgot that was even a thing. The downwards command throw of Monkey Flip.
Noku didn't. That was actually really solid from him. He evens up the stock count, although he's definitely in a disadvantage here, both trapped on the ledge and about 73% separating them. Oh my God,
this is actually a banana fest. I hate watching the Diddy to know. This is so silly. These players, they operate their character well. They have different features as to why they operate it well, but they have a good understanding of what makes Diddy Kong good. But when you see things like that happen, literally synchronized slipping, it just looks so goofy. It looks animated. It looks falsified. But this is the set at hand. This is the action that's taking place.
The thing is, I feel like this one feels more like a mirror than every other Ditto, where like the same things happen. Although, you know, it's not exactly like both characters can die from an up smash at the same time.
You know, you would have to try very hard to make that happen.
And now we're moving into this game 2. Actually, good showing from Noku, at least taking that first stock. But outside of that, Dill was in control the entire time, I felt. That's what he really excels at. That's what you have to overcome.
So we're going back to Smashville. And I feel like it's much of the same, honestly.
Oh, is that the same?
It's a little different.
Is this the same as we saw before?
Actually, now it's kind of looking the same at this point. Once again, the way that Dill is able to control both the ground and the airspace, I feel like that's an important aspect to highlight in this. We had built up earlier why Noku was able to get around a little bit of Asin Boy's control towards the latter half of their set, and how Dill was really able to keep his even game with AAA, which is how he was able to take the battle from the ground to the air so effectively.
I can't believe he does that. I mean, I understand that there isn't much risk involved, but it's just such a silly thing to see happen in between stocks. Noku with a bit of control here. The question is whether he'll be able to do anything with it. Barely. The respective damage is just not equivalent here.
Although, once again, if Noku can slow things down, I feel like he has the opportunity. His style of Diddy Kong is how I feel like you can control momentum more effectively. Just utilize his tools.
I would actually say Dill is so good at when things are slowed down. What's going to be more important for Noku is abusing silliness. Diddy Kong is a good but exploitable recovery. You saw earlier he took that first stock because he turned it around on him. He needs to amp up the Smash 4 factor, go for some kooky edge guards, and that might be what is necessary for him to take a game here, because otherwise Dill's just in control.
Dill coming back onto the ledge and trying to take advantage of this platform right now. Noku sort of slipping and sliding around, but Dill not going to be able to take advantage of him because of it. Noku not able to catch him with the up airs. Noku needs to figure out a better plan for trying to secure these stocks, and he's going to have to figure it out quickly.
How do you take a stock? How do you open up Dill when he's just in control, when he has banana, when he knows what you want?
I don't know, man. You gotta, I don't know, take a page out of Dill's book.
No, I'm seriously. I'm asking for a friend and myself.
Oh.
how do you kill this man?
Catch his landings. Force him to come to you. Take his banana away.
What do you mean?
Keep
force
him at the
to
ledge.
come to you?
Listen, every Diddy Kong will eventually monkey flip. It's in their DNA.
there are only two guaranteed things: death, taxes, and Diddy Kong monkey flip.
They regress in their evolutionary line. The more they play Diddy, it's in their desires to just flip forward like a monkey.
The question is whether he's going to be able to actually capitalize on that.
No, Salt's fun. I'm not sure if you can see from. Oh, never mind. These players are getting cheeky on us.
What?
Yes. Now we're getting extra cheeky.
No, whose corn was that?
Well,
That can't.
Dill does not have a Corrin. Sources say, which leads us to believe that Noku. Go for the counter pick.
I don't agree with this at all. This matchup is not great for Corrin. I understand the idea, the desire to mix things up, but all things considered here, he's just going to be losing some of his counteract tools. You know, he's not going to have a banana to contest Dill's banana. He is. Oh, I see. I know why he did this. It's for the triplats. He normally hates triplats, and he was thinking Diddy Kong also hates triplats, and there was no way that he was going to ban it. So the fact that triplats weren't banned means maybe I'll go to a character that can actually abuse these platforms and take him to this stage. I can see the thought process behind that, actually.
Now, you build up a credible story, but the question is Noku's Corrin going to be able to keep up with Dill's Diddy Kong, which we've seen has been able to keep hold of the momentum for the set nigh uncontested. Especially if he's only going to be utilizing Dragon Lunge as a tool of control. Like, Corrin has some great tools for being able to control airspace, but Noku's got to show them off. And they're not behind the beat bump, I can tell you that, my friend.
He had a lead for a while here, but this is the thing, is that even when you slow down the pace of the match, when you have a lead, I think that the platforms are really necessary in order to get anything off of that. Banana just covers so much space on the ground, and although Corrin has a decent amount of ground control with things like pin and forward smash, those platforms are pretty much the only safe haven against that sort of setup on Dill's end.
Now, this actually brings up another interesting aspect considering the change of pace here with Corrin on the field. Dill's banana placement has to be much more precise now because he has to account for the landings from Dragon Lunge. He can't just put out the banana and expect Corrin to get caught in it.
Not only that, but Noku now has a very solid disjoint. Excuse me? Where did Banana go? How did Banana end up there? Was that like... Did he have a dead zone? Did he like jump and throw banana and Noku went past the banana?
That's what I'm talking about. You just lunge past it. You just fly over it, then why you got to worry about it?
But the thing is also that, keep in mind, Dill is not a stranger to this matchup. In New York City, we have Frozen, who unfortunately couldn't make it out to defend the North, but they played a lot, and you notice that he's throwing out these forward airs. If he does have Instapin on his shield, there's ways to challenge it. Oh, the question is whether challenge will really work out for him.
I'll be honest, I respect Noku's bold style of play. Man actually tried to charge up smash on Dill with a safe landing.
Okay. No jump still, manages to make it back to ledge, but this is he doesn't have to deal with this quite as much. Normally he's the one trapping the opponent at the ledge, but now Dill is rinse, recycle, repeat, 139%. This is looking like it's going to be a 3-0. Corrin does have comeback potential. It's just a question of whether Noku will be able to find that opening. He needs to be back on the ground if he wants to turn this around.
Finally able to get himself back on stage,
Nope.
but is it going to even be enough? Nope, forward air is going to be sealing the deal, and Noku will be dying out at 50.
I questioned the Corrin pick originally, but I think it did work out pretty well for him. The thing that I would like to have seen him do at the end there was go to the platforms more. That's one of the really big advantages against playing Diddy Kong on a stage like either Battlefield or Dreamland is when you're on the ledge and there's that scary ledge trapping, you can often do something like ledge jump.
Right.
You know, and of course he can cover that, but it's more of a reaction. It's more of a read. He can't react to ledge jump because you can do ledge jump air dodge then. So yes, it's still difficult, but having those platforms you can go to, taking to the air isn't as much of a risk. And he was doing that at the beginning of the set, but by the end, it felt like he wanted to just contest Dill a little bit too much. Going and wanting to go fight him on even ground is actually a mistake in that case.
I would agree. It's a very interesting study as far as